Hello, everyone. My name is Khalid Malik. Welcome to the Baltimore Climate Tech Plus 2024. Our theme is nonprofits helping nonprofits. We are grid and energy master planning for communities. In short, we are GEMCOM. A little bit about myself. I've been working in the green space for over 15 years. Uh, I have developed projects as far south as Georgia, all the way up to Mid-Atlantic until the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. I was a part of the Montgomery County Climate Action Team, Buildings Policy Work Group, which established the framework for the Buildings Energy Performance Standards. Most recently, a part of the Maryland Department of the Environment Task Force, where I contributed as a member of the building subgroup, more specifically the limited income housing and the small commercial and institutional buildings subgroup. Also, I am a proud graduate of North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. What we do. In a nutshell, we offer financial and technical assistance to underserved, overburdened, and disadvantaged communities. We do this by collaborating with community leaders, building owners, operators, and their occupants. Some of the benefits are improved or increased property value. And we do this working with a range of products, financial products that include tax incentives, as well as grants and other low interest financing programs. Some of the outcomes of our work include improving occupant health, which is improving the air quality, as well as the comfort of the occupants of the buildings. And throughout this process, some of the goals that we help assist in achieving are meeting the local and state BEPS, or which is short for Building Energy and Performance Standards, that are currently being rolled out throughout the state of Maryland, as well as locally in Montgomery County. Our process starts with benchmarking. Once we establish a baseline, we're able to develop a master plan. The master planning process includes doing ASHRAE level assessments, as well as aggregating financing for projects to get them to a shovel-ready status in terms of moving the projects towards delivery. And then, of course, beyond the project execution, we offer a operations and maintenance plan. And we, of course, we do all of this keeping in mind the community benefits goal of our stakeholders. Let's talk about funding and aggregating funding for project delivery. One of the primary advantages of working with us as a nonprofit organization is that we have experience in blending and braiding a number of the different resources that are available to nonprofits. We do this from working with utility rebates, as well as we have technical relationships with green banks, local banks, including the CDFIs. CDFIs are short for Community Development Financial Institutions. You'll find that a lot of the local banks actually have grant programs to help make these improvements. And of course, we work with the Maryland Energy Administration. We've been very successful working with them. We have a number of programs where we've got winning templates. Some of the programs that we have had success with include their commercial and industrial agricultural program, their Resilient Maryland program. We've worked with resiliency hubs. low to moderate income community solar, low to moderate income energy efficiency, their MSEC program, and of course, their street light and outdoor lighting efficiency program. So when you take and combine a lot of our experiences with working with multiple institutions and agencies, we're able to package up a very sound financial package to deliver these projects. And of course, tax equity, that's another resource or pool of money we work with. This is really, we identify large corporations that want to invest in underserved, overburdened, and disadvantaged areas to help drive the impact. Um, an additional solution that we work with is the CPACE program. This is another program that leverages property taxes to help free up your credit rates so that you can do additional borrowing, not considering any energy specific project investments. And of course, if you're not aware of it, the federal government has made a lot of accommodation in terms of the tax codes that can benefit nonprofits. More specifically, they've created programs in recent years, Inflation Reduction Act, as well as the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. We like to call those affectionately Auntie Ira and Uncle Bill. But what that does is it opens up another channel of resource that nonprofits can benefit by receiving direct payments through the Treasury. So you take that and then you look at some of the other tax deduction programs like your 179D, as well as your tax credit programs, as your 45Ls, and you start to put those together or you aggregate those, it really, really leads into like a net positive financial solution. That's where you have essentially 100% of the measures are being paid for with no out-of-pocket expense to the nonprofits. One good example of I won't say client, of a community partner we're working with was Mount Calvary Baptist Church out of Montgomery County. This particular um, group was referred to us through the Montgomery County Green Bank. We were able to get in and start off doing some benchmarking to get an understanding of the facility and their needs. From that, we identified several other opportunities for revenue sharing or revenue generating. Um, and if you look at the combined measures, you're looking at when you combine the efficiency measures with the renewable measures, you can really see how the drive or the interest became larger than meeting compliance. We were able to capital stack and allow them to submit a number of applications with the utility as well as through the Maryland Energy Administration to put them in a position of a net positive operation. And again, net positive meaning the property is generating more revenue than from what it consumes. And this allows them to reinvest these funds back into the church as well as the community. One other benefit that came out of the project or will come out of the project would be the improved air quality. That has always been a question, and so what we're providing is a solution to overcome that particular challenge. Next steps. Well, when you're thinking about planning and you want to come up with a strategy, whether it be to lower your bills or to, extend your impact in the community, you want to commit to an energy program. Um, One vehicle that's in place now to assist with your impact is the EPA Community Change Grant Program, which was recently announced in November of 2023. It's open on a rolling basis, and it closes in November of 2024. Currently, we are in the process of aggregating eligible projects, and we encourage you to reach out to us and complete our intake form to become eligible for these services to participate in the EPA Community Change Grant Program. Um, Once you're in the program, or whether you're in the program or not, you want to always establish a stakeholder group to ensure that everybody's expectations are being met with the project. As a nonprofit, mission-driven developer of energy solutions, we work with other nonprofits or smaller for-profit businesses to come up with this strategy. Um, and in the end, once a project has been delivered, it allows the mission-driven or the nonprofit to repurpose those same savings, or in some cases, the revenue back into or invest back into mission-critical initiatives. And so, in summary, you can see the impact can be scaled and replicated throughout the community with the right support and the right guidance. And we at GEMCOM, we provide that guidance, and we encourage everyone to spread the word and get back to us if you're interested, especially if you're in the Baltimore area, where over 80% of Baltimore City and Baltimore County is qualifies as a disadvantaged area. We encourage you to get with us to help create a plan and help build out a lot of the opportunities that come from making energy efficiency improvements. And as always, you can always get in touch with me at nonprofits@gemcom.org, or call me directly, and check out our site for more information about our services. And I thank you for your time and your attention. So the question is, what are the barriers of adoption to our solutions? Um, we found that as a nonprofit, we're able to do a lot more community navigating um, versus for-profit entities because of our mantra, where we want affordable energy for all, and we're not just looking at making a buck. Based on my experiences, you know, when you look at the amount of resources that are available at the local, state, and federal level, these barriers really start to come down and allow your typical nonprofit access to funding that ordinarily wouldn't be available. And so that's part of, the services that we provide as a nonprofit is we make things more practical in terms of attracting funding to make the necessary improvements and scale impact. Um, the question was lessons learned and what would we do differently based on what we know now. Um, as an example of the Mount Calvary project, I know initially there was some hesitation with the engagement of GEMCOM. And of course, when you're working with faith-based organizations, there's always a question of trust. And so naturally, we have the cultural competence to work with uh, community leaders and organizations. And trust is something that has to be built over time. And we really felt like the benchmarking process, going through that, gathering the bills, and making sure that, or making sure that the community stakeholders or the church leadership was comfortable with us was key to building trust and advancing the project to where they are now, which is in a position to take advantage of a number of subsidies that are available to nonprofits. And we look forward to getting this project delivered and assisting the community with their other projects that can benefit. Well, thank you for your time again, and get in touch with us for anything or any questions that you may have related to energy improvements for nonprofit organizations. Thank you.